All right, welcome everybody to my order block workshop. We're going to be going over order blocks and other things like that, pretty much helping you guys get the perfect strategy down to help you guys become completely profitable. This is a completely free webinar. You don't have to be in Champs Trading. You don't have to subscribe to anything. This is just to help you guys become the best possible traders. So, starting off, there's always three problems every trader has. You have no strategy. That means you have no repeatable system. And this is why you lack consistency. All right. This problem leads you to take one step forward and two steps back every time. You make $100, you lose 200. You make 100, you lose 200. And every single time, it's like you're fighting this upwards battle that you're just failing to win, right? There's no profitability in your system. So the main issue that this is going to cause is in 2 to 3 years from now, you're gonna quit trading, you're gonna give up, and what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna look back and wonder, what could I have done differently to become successful? Because you're still gonna see me trading, you're still gonna see other people you trade with, they might be successful by then too, and you're gonna look back and have so much regret and not know what you could have done different. And this webinar, all 200 of you guys are in here. You guys are going to benefit greatly from this webinar. So make sure you have your notebooks, make sure you guys are paying attention, make sure you have a cup of water, have everything you need to absorb all this information. It's going to go by quick. It's not going to be an hour too long hour webinar. It's only going to be around 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm no stranger to these problems. I've been trading for 4 years. I've obviously dealt with not being consistent and unprofitable, right? But the difference between me is that I tried everything. I used to stay up 12 hours, you know, day and night and just work, and just look at every single strategy. And I tried all of these successful strategies. I tried every strategy in the book and I made money with some of them, but order blocks are what took my trading to the next level. I tried levels, supply and demand, EMAs, order blocks, and supply and demand are the ones that made me the most money. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys here today. So there's three solutions to being an unprofitable trader, right? The best solution is something you guys have all done. All 200 people of you in the webinar, all 230 people of you, you have made the best decision by taking 15, 20 minutes out of your Friday to come to this webinar. That's the best thing you could do for yourself, is by taking initiative, because you guys have a problem and you know that you want to fix it, right? So that is the first thing, is taking initiative, right? Taking initiative is the first step, but you have to absorb and learn the information. Now that you're here, that's not enough. You need to learn everything that I'm going to teach you guys, and you need to absorb it like a sponge and be able to learn and implement it, which is the third thing. Implementation. Apply what you learn from today immediately into your trading if you're unprofitable, and I promise you it's going to make you a better trader and fix all the mistakes that you've been making. So, what are order blocks and why do we like to trade order blocks? Order blocks are high probability entries. They're low risk and high reward. They have been proven to be profitable. They allow you to trade with institutions, and you get to trade the same setup every single time. Here's an example of an order block. We swept the high. We have a rejection. Order block drawn, and when market trades into it, you get a nice rejection to the other side. If you could catch 1 to 2 moves like this every single day, these large moves, would you trade that strategy? Right? You would. Yes, you would. So let's go over here. Here's the exact setup for order blocks. There needs to be a sweep of liquidity, meaning you need to sweep a high, a previous high, which happens right here. You can see I marked it out. Clear opposing draw on liquidity. There needs to be a draw on liquidity on the opposite. Find an old low or old high on the opposite side of your swing. So here we're looking for a bearish order block. Look for a low that you can target. And 3 is a close below the last up close or down close candle. So here on a bearish order block, you need to look for a candle to close under, which happens on this red candle here. And so it closes under. That is now an order block that you can find that retraces in, that can short. Now, for this setup here, I can guarantee almost everyone in here would have started to panic and start selling here on this move down and gotten trapped on this move up. Whereas someone like me or people in Champs who know how to trade order blocks, they would have waited for this order block to get retested before they shorted, and they catch this big move. And this is over 100 points in a few minutes, which is a really big move for just being a 1 minute setup. So here is what your order block should look like. Screenshot this, draw this in your notebook, do whatever. Make sure you guys have this drawn somewhere, right? You need a liquidity sweep. Your order block is formed. Here's the retest. Here it is. This is the exact model. This is it breaking down to its bare bones, and this is as simple as it's going to get. So there's two types of order blocks. There's a bullish order block and there's a bearish order block. What are the candles going to look like? For a bullish order block, you're always going to draw it from a red candle, as you can see here. Red candle, you draw the order block, right? Long down closed body, smaller wicks. Now, the candle itself is very important. The candles need to be large bodies with small wicks, like you see here. Not something like this where the body is super small. You need a large body with smaller wicks. That is how you get a bullish order block. For a bearish order block, you need a long up close, which is right here, with smaller wicks. So for a bullish order block, you always draw it off a red candle, and a bearish order block, you always draw it off a green candle. Here's an example of a bullish order block. Here are all the bullet points. Sell side is swept right here. Opposing draw on liquidity is identified, which is all the way back here. It's off the chart, but there's an opposing draw on liquidity. You pull back into the order block, and then the market moves higher, right? So this right here, if you catch this setup once or twice a week, you could make a full-time salary trading, right? And then you have your entry, which is just right there, and you catch the move. Nothing too hard. Here's the second bullish example. You have a large move down, and you have your draw on liquidity up here. You have another sell side level down here. You sweep it. Market creates that order block, trades into it. You mark out the draw on liquidity. Entry is at the order block, and you get the move higher. Okay? So for a bearish example, you have buy side being swept, right? Opposing draw on liquidity, which is down here, which is a previous old low or high. You pull back into the order block and you catch the move. Now here you'll see we drew this order block off of this green candle. Now remember, green candle is for a bearish order block. A red candle is for a bullish order block. So if you're trading larger time frames, you're going to see that these order blocks become significantly bigger. They could range from 10 points to 50 to 100 points, depending on which instrument you're trading. So to combat that, what we do is we look at the midpoint of the order block. There will be times where the order block is very large, especially on the higher time frame. In these cases, we use the midpoint, which is a 50% fib of the order block to identify the high probability, which is where you go halfway to the order block and draw a line, or you use the Fibonacci tool and it's the 50% retracement, right? This order block gets divided into two quadrants. Now, the reason I say quadrants is because there's two candles and there's four. So we're going to be using the word quadrant, even though the word is half. All right. So we have four quadrants. When it's bullish, right? When it's bullish, the entries are in the lower quadrant. Now, remember, bullish order blocks are made off of red candles. So your entry for a bullish scenario, let me draw it here real quick so it's easier for you guys to see, is a move under in the bottom half of that midpoint for a move higher. For bearish, you're looking for a move into the above the midpoint for a move down. This will reduce your risk and help you find the most probable areas to actually take that long or short. So here's an example of the midpoint. So we have our sweep of liquidity here. Our green candle is here. So this is a bearish order block. We draw it over to the right, and then we draw the midpoint, correct? Now this is on the hourly time frame. This setup here, this candle here by itself was 100 points. So halfway, this is 50 points here, this is 50 points. So if you started shorting down here just when it entered like an amateur, up to the 50 point, you would have been down 75 points, which would have liquidated your account. Instead, you waited for the higher half since it's bearish. You wait for above the 50 point, and you can see when it got here, it didn't close a single candle above that 50 point, and we rejected every single time, right? So this way, your risk, if you added here, your risk was massively reduced, and your target profit was way down here. So you can see how well the midpoint works. So let's take a quick breather, right? We just went over a lot of information that you guys are going to have to watch in the recording and go over, because that's where you'll honestly be able to learn and do all that. Because I don't want to go way too in depth, but watch the recording afterwards. But let's take a 2-minute break here. Let's take a little breather. All right. What did we just go over? We went over the A+ setup, right? The 3 steps to an order block that make you profitable. Order blocks, how to draw bullish and bearish order blocks, how to know if a candlestick is high probability or not, or an order block. And we just went over the midpoint. So let's take 2 seconds, grab some water, get up, stretch, do something to get your mind back active. All right. I'm going to open up chat. Let me know if you guys are ready to go. And save all questions for the end. Type yes in the chat if you guys are ready to continue. Look at you guys spamming yes. All right. You could use any time frame for order blocks, guys. Any time frame. 1 minute, 1 hour, 5 minute, 5 hour, whatever you want. 4 hour, 10-day chart. An order block will present itself on every time frame. Just depends on which time frame you're looking at. So you can't just take an order block just because it shows up. There needs to be a market context. There needs to be a sweep of external liquidity, retrace into the order block, and then you enter off the order block and target external liquidity. Now, I know that's a lot of big words and you guys might not know what it is, but it's going to make sense right here. So external liquidity is a previous high or low. Here we have external liquidity. Market trades into that external liquidity. We left an order block over here, right? We have an order block over here. We trade into it, which makes it the internal range liquidity. You enter and then you target external range and you see it happen, right? This is all market context. This could be done on 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, every single time frame. So what I'm going to do is something no one's ever done on a webinar, because a lot of people are too scared to make predictions, but this is the NQ daily time frame. This is the chart right now. You can see we swept external liquidity. We're trending into an internal range order block, right? And we're bouncing. So where does that mean the market's going to head? Most likely back to this high. So my prediction, which something no one has ever done on a webinar when they're teaching people, they just like to teach. The way I teach is I like to do and then show. I like to show and do what I tell you, right? To let you know it works. So on Monday or whenever the market next opens, I don't know the dates, but when the market opens again, all right, we should be bullish and heading for this high. Nothing's a guarantee, but this is a setup. This is high probability and will most likely go back to this high. You guys can screenshot this and we'll come back on the next webinar when the market opens again, and we will see if we were right. And I can promise you we're most likely right. I can't promise you, but we're most likely right. So here's the roadmap for your next steps, right? Backtest, go onto your charts, look for order blocks, see how they work. And once you see that they work and you see that they're profitable, implement them into your strategy. Fix all your mistakes, put order blocks into your trading rotation. And then once you start to make a little bit of money and you become profitable, you can come trade live with me in Champs Trading. All right. Now I reward action takers. All right. You guys have stayed all the way to the end here. All right. I'm going to open up chat again. You guys have stayed all the way to the end and you guys showed up. Out of 2,000 people, 257 of you guys showed up to the webinar. All right. Since you showed up today, what I'm going to do is you get access to my $150 a month community for the price of, I want you guys to take a guess. How much do you guys think I'm going to charge you for my $150 a month community since you guys stayed 20 minutes on a webinar? $50, $50, $40, right? $19, $50. Now, everyone here is willing to pay $50 because everyone thinks that's what it is, right? Everyone thinks I would have let you guys in $150 a month community for $50. You guys are stupid. Dollars. We'll let you guys in for $0. All right. Meaning, since you took the action and you joined the webinar and stayed till the end, you're gonna get access to my $150 a month premium community free for 7 days. Okay. And the reasoning why, I'll show you guys. You get access to the private courses, which is our private video library. We have our own website where we upload every single one of our courses, where this webinar will be there, right? You're going to get access to my live trade alerts. Here's what it is. We have options and futures. This is what the Discord looks like. And then you get access to me. I live trade every single day in the morning, right? And you know what the yo, that's actually crazy. Hold on, guys. Let me ban this guy, bro. What the hell? Yo, that guy's a weirdo. What the heck is that? This is why I need mods in the chat. Yo, that was wild, guys. Anywho, what I was saying is I live trade every single day. So I go, I trade, and I screen share what I'm watching. All right. So I hop in. You guys will be able to see my screen as I trade. You'll see me every single day and be able to trade alongside me. All right. But since there's 250 of you people, we're going to have limited seats, right? I can't just let 300 people join for free, right? So there's going to be 20 free seats. 20 free seats. I'm going to post the link in the chat here shortly. I'm going to actually turn off your guys' chat. And we're not going to be sending it to people's emails. All right. So I'm going to post the link in here. These are all the links. And you guys can join. But once 20 people join, it's going to be cut off. There's only 20 in stock. So if you go on the website, it'll even tell you there's only 20 seats in stock. So if you guys are still listening to me, you should probably go and join the free trial while it lasts. And then that's it. I'm going to let the Zoom run for a little bit without me so you guys have a chance to join, come back and leave. And actually get a chance to click it. Look at that, bro. 20 people already left the Zoom because they're checking out. But for those of you who are still here, the link is there. Check it out. And holy shit. Dang, 10 spots already filled. That was literally in a second. But all right, 40 people left. There's still 200 of you guys. So hopefully some seats are open. Make sure you guys check that out. Appreciate you guys for showing up. Hopefully I didn't take too much time on your guys' Friday night right before New Year's. I know it's the holidays. Join, spend some time with your family, and if you guys learn anything valuable from here, it only matters if you implement it into your trading and actually learn. That's all that matters to me. I want you guys to become profitable. I want my following to be the most profitable following, meaning I want you guys to be the most profitable traders that I can send you guys. I could be like, yo, this guy is talking shit on me. All right, yo, have your followers try to trade against my followers, and we just win every time. All right. But I'll see you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you. But it's not letting me end the meeting. How do I end the meeting? All right. If you guys haven't joined yet, make sure you guys join the free trial.